channel. I'm Julianne, if you didn't already know that. But like, why would you? I don't know why I said it like that. But anyway, I'm Julianne, and we are revisiting a series that I accidentally fell off of earlier this year, where I am making intentional improvements to upgrade my small business. So in the first part of the series, we improved a lot of the physical assets I have for my online shop. So like my thank you cards, my business cards. We even tackled the logo and some packaging stuff. And in the second part of the series, we started tackling my website, but that still has another part coming out, and we just ran into a few issues. I swear to God that video is actually coming out, and I am gonna actually update the website, but just a few things popped up. So in the meantime, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tackle a different aspect of my business, because my business is not just online. Another huge part of it is going to conventions and markets. And let me tell you, that part really needs a facelift. So you know what? We're gonna take a quick trip down memory lane just to review what my tables have looked like over the years. So my very first table looks like this. And you know what? Nowadays, I look back on it very fondly. I think it's really cute, and yeah, it's very, very tiny. And I did take it to New York Comic Con. While I was there, I was like really ashamed of this table because I didn't understand what people's tables looked like and how huge they got. But yeah, this is where I started, and this is what it looks like now. And as you can see, it's a lot bigger. And I'm really proud of the way that my art has grown and improved, and like how many more items I have nowadays. Like I really grinded to get to where this is. I just think it lacks a lot of personality and a lot of branding and honestly a lot of functionality. Right now I'm not using the space maximally, and I really want to expand in terms of types of products I have, because currently I have like 3 products. I have prints, sticker sheets, and die cut stickers. But I want to get into like bookmarks and notepads and washi tape and plushies and mystery bags. So I need to make more use of this table space, and the way it's set up right now, there's very little room to grow. So in this video, I want to tackle both aspects of that. I want to improve my table not only aesthetically, but also functionally. And to be so freaking for real, I have been procrastinating on this project for like almost a year now. Like maybe 8-9 months ago, I was starting to feel really not great about my display and my presence at Artist Alleys because my table just didn't feel like it represented me. And also, I just kept throwing money at it to like buy all these like new little parts to improve my display, only to figure out that that's not the direction I want to go into. So I really wanted to do an intentional rebuild, but was also getting super overwhelmed, and just so many thoughts were flying in my head that I needed to get it down somewhere to get organized. And only now am I really feeling confident and organized enough to finally tackle it, thanks to Milanote, who are very kindly sponsoring this video. Whether you're a filmmaker, writer, interior designer, or creative hobbyist, Milanote makes starting a new project easy with over 100 built-in templates available for every type of creative project. It's also super easy to collect inspiration from various places on the web using the Milanote web clipper. This makes saving images and links directly to my board from any website super easy and quick. And I actually really love using this tool specifically for project planning, but also for vision boarding. Like this year, I made my vision board on Milanote, and it was so easy and just so cute because you can put little to-do lists too. So it's like a vision board and also a little bit of a planning board. And the best part is that it is literally free. Not just for 1 month, not for 3 months. It is literally just a free tool to use. So if you're interested, sign up using the link down below. But anyway, that's enough chatting now. Let's get to planning our very first board, where we will be doing a little overview of the entire rebuild just to get ourselves like planted and organized. All right, ladies and germs, I have my laptop out. I have Milanote out. Let me just start screen recording so that I can show you guys exactly what we're building. And let's get started with our very first board. So outside of it being free, another really great part of Milanote is that everything is drag and drop. So it really has no learning curve. It is as easy as it gets. So I'm going to just call this display rebuild. I'm just gonna double click into the board, and look at this. Let's check out all the templates, and we're project planning. So I'll click project plan, use this template. And what's really great is that this is just like a starting off point so that you don't feel overwhelmed of like, where do I go with this? How do I start planning a project? It already has like a bunch of ideas here for you, and you certainly do not need to use all parts of it. Like I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of this stuff. Like I don't need to create a brief. It's just me. If I were working with a team, I would like to have a creative brief. I would like to have brand values, but we don't need that here because it's just me and I know my brand values. I also don't really need this design concepts, because what we're really going to be using this for is I'm just going to be dumping all of my ideas about each individual part, which still needs to be organized. But because it's a dump, I'm going to be able to see everything, and then we're going to narrow down what we actually want to do with this display. So we're going to delete this design thing, move this thing up here because I do think I want that. And let's just get started with the about the project so we know what we're doing here. Okay, so for the about the project part, I think what I'm gonna have here is I'm gonna have like a picture of what my display looks like right now. And I'm just gonna put what we're starting with, because I think it's really important to remember what we're starting with, especially in terms of how much stuff it is in terms of the build. Like this display that I have currently is 42 panels and it is an 8 cubby display. And I do not want this new display to be much bigger than that. So I know that we're like expanding it, but not really. We're gonna try to keep the same amount of materials, but reformat it so that we have more space and more utility of the space. So I wanna keep it around 42 panels if I stay with a panel display. So that's just there to keep that in mind and to keep us in check. And for tasks, so I'm just gonna dump everything that I need to do here. It's not just for this week, this is just the tasks in general. That's everything that we have to do. So that's excellent. And it's nice to have there because as we go through this entire rebuild, I can just go back to this Milanote board and just check off everything that I've already done and stay on task. And okay, I think we have our project plan. We have all the things that we need to do. We have our starting point. We have the look of our endpoint and a bunch of boards for us to play on and organize all of our ideas. So I think now I'm just gonna go into each board and I'm gonna build them out and then we will talk in a little bit. Okay, so now that I have all of my thoughts and ideas dumped out onto a page, let's start tackling the display rack slash shelvings because I think that is going to determine what our display body is going to look like because it's a lot easier to fit a display body around shelving than to find shelving that fits a very specific display body, if that makes sense. Like for example, I already have this like really nice like wooden tier situation. It fits my sticker sheets perfectly, it fits my mini prints perfectly, and I want to keep using it because for one, I have 2 of them and I already own them. And if I buy new ones, it's gonna be very expensive. And so I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna try to find a way, knowing that I want this, and from my Milanote board, I want more acrylic displays like these guys. I know that I'm gonna have to have some sort of like tiering situation with my display body so that I maximize the amount of space of the table while keeping the same amount of panels kind of. Because the way that my table is displayed right now, basically only this fits, and then I have a bunch of cubbies in the back. But if I can find a way to like create like a tier situation like this, and then put something on top of here, that means I double the amount of shelving that I have to display stuff, which is incredible. So I think I'm gonna just go right ahead and just buy the larger panels and 2 more of the acrylic displays for my sticker sheets and also my die cut stickers. I think I'm just gonna buy them on Amazon and experiment with the build because I'm pretty confident it's gonna work. Anyway, we're gonna do that right now, and then I will see you when they arrive. And JK, I'm actually not going anywhere. That's my bad. I didn't mean to psych you guys out like that. But after looking at my project plan again to be like, start checking things off, I realized that I wanted to do the tablecloth first. And that's why it's important to plan ahead of time, because I will definitely forget if I don't write things down. So I need to do the tablecloth now because that will take the most amount of time. And it's not dependent on anything else either. So basically, I'm just gonna make this design into a tablecloth. And it's gonna be super easy for me because the guys that do my prints for everything, that do these guys, my business cards, my larger prints, they also do tablecloths. So I'm just gonna order from them. They gave me a quote for $160, and that seems a little ouchy. But if you look online, it's actually a very competitive price because on Vistaprint, I believe it's like $260. And I know they always have like discount codes and stuff, but with the discount code, it only goes down to like $218, which is still more expensive than $160. And it just kind of seems like everywhere I looked online, it's around $200. So $160 is a little bit of a steal. And they told me they can get it done by the end of the week too. So I'm just gonna draw this up real quick in tablecloth format. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow with my display stuff. Alright, so the package came in and I've already opened it because I just couldn't wait. I just wanted to know that it fit exactly the way I wanted it to, and it does. Like, it's literally perfect, and it perfectly fits this guy as well, which it should. The measurements were online, so I already made sure that they would, but it's just nice to see in person that it actually fits. And I know it's a different color than this, but that's not really going to be a problem because this is just going to be like the bottom part of the display, which will always be covered up by like these little shelving racks anyway. So yeah, I think we're just going to do a practice build and see what we have so I can like see it with my eyeballs in real life to figure out what's going on with this display. All right, and this is the new display body, and I'm actually quite happy with it because it looks pretty much the same, but it's actually really, really different in terms of like utility and ability for me to expand. So for example, this whole face over here used to be like one level pushed forward. So it would have started like right here. and basically I lost all of what this would be table space, and I had like basically no room to expand in terms of prints. So I'll just like insert a picture right here, and you can see that there's no room for expansion in terms of big prints. But now because I have these side walls, which I could even expand even more because the table would fit one more of these like little column things, I have room to put new prints. I have new room to display like new signs for die cut stickers, or I don't know, like bookmarks or keychains, pins, all that stuff. And so it's given me just like so much more surface area to work with. And I know I don't have a table, but if you could only imagine, this is how far out the table would go. So it'd go out to like right here. And I have basically double the amount of table space that I would normally have, because before I wouldn't have any of this. And also I didn't have this right over here. I actually had some more of these coming in, but I got an acrylic version and they were like absolute shit. They do not work at all. And also for some reason, they're super heavy. So I'm gonna return that shit. And I ordered new wooden ones for tomorrow that should be showing up, and I will build and put it on the display so you guys can see. But yeah, I just wanted some more postcard displays to put more sticker sheets and also notepads and memo pads and all that stuff. And you guys will notice that I only have that side tiered because I do not want this side tiered, because I want this space for die cut sticker display. And also I want this table space down here to lay down some washi tape, which I would need to display flat. So yeah, lots of utility, lots of room for expansion. And now we're gonna work on signage and decor to make it cute. Okay, so I went ahead and I took a picture of my display so I can just like work directly on it, and I know exactly what I want to do with it. And I already went ahead and I put in a bunch of measurements that I took, and also a life-size little image of me. This is exactly how much space I take inside of the little window, which I think is convenient to know because it lets me know that I really can't do that much. With this space up here, I was thinking about putting like a little banner or like a little fake awning, but I don't think that's gonna be able to happen. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull up my little Milanote board for both the mood board and also the signs concept board, because the sign concept board has a little checklist of all the signs that I need. So I'll have that there and keep that handy so I don't forget anything. And also I'll have the mood board up because as you can see on this mood board, it's just like a ton of foliage happening. I was like really inspired by those like cute little Japanese storefronts with a bunch of awnings and a bunch of little foliage everywhere. So I think we're gonna try to incorporate that into this as best as possible. So yeah, that's a lot of talking. I'm gonna do less of that now and just get started. Okay, and I feel like this is where I'm gonna stop. Unfortunately, I can't do a ton of stuff, like I can't do a lot up here because I'm actually already at the height limit. So you are only allowed to have your stand above the table for most conventions be only 5 feet. I'm actually 3 inches over, but hopefully people don't notice that. So I definitely can't put anything up here, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay because I feel like this is already really cute. And like the more I build up these sides, and also the more I put down here and down here, it's gonna look a lot cuter. And I think I'm just gonna make a couple more of these character cutouts to put over here and here and here as well. And we'll be good. Yeah, that's the plan. And now I'm gonna make these actual signs. I'm really hoping I'm not lit absolutely insane because I'm using my new camera. But look how cute this is. And so I figured that I have a Cricut at home, so I might as well try to make these at home before I like go out and order them. And also, I don't know if there's a ton of places where they'll like print and cut this out for me. So I have this cardstock here that my print guys always give me whenever I order big prints from them. And so I'm just gonna take advantage of that. This is on sticker paper. I'm just gonna stick this onto here and then I'm gonna trim it. And then I'm gonna stick it in my Cricut and see if it works. And I know a lot of people, when they like make these like cutouts, they use cardboard or foam board. But I already have this, so I might as well try. And also, this is like bendy and malleable. And in my head, if I do it on foam board and it like snaps inside my bag, because when you go to conventions, your luggage is like stuffed with shit. It's bound to get like a little smashed or a little like banged up. So in my head, because this is like malleable, but it's still like sturdy enough to like not look like just like paper stuck onto something, this will last a little bit longer. And I actually might be able to get it matte laminated as well, so it'll like super last a long time. In my experience, anything that's like foam board, it's just like the moment you like snap or apply any pressure, it just boop, just collapses. If this doesn't look good, I'll go buy a foam board and I'll go try some cardboard that I have in the recycling, and we'll see. We'll just do a little experiment. But hopefully this works on the first try, because I don't really want to go buy a foam board. Okay, I think that's pretty legit. This feels legit to me, but we'll put it up on the actual display and see if it looks cheap. Okay, you guys are in an odd position right now, literally diagonal in my car, because I just got a message from my print guys that they expedited it for me just as a favor to me. And like, I cannot begin to express how grateful I am for that. They are just the absolute best. And that's why I always recommend, if you can get things done locally, please do, because for one, it supports the local economy and supports like your community. But for two, you build these relationships that are just like freaking incredible. Like, you are giving them a lot of business and then they in turn help you out. And in this case, they helped expedite the shit out of my orders. And so we're gonna go pick up those right now. Hopefully this is a better view, but look at it. Look at them. Hi, hello, good morning. I'm sorry I appear to you this way, but I just cannot find the energy in me to try to like put on makeup or anything, or even put on real clothes. So I'm sorry. We are bringing in the little pig head bit. So yeah, I'm sorry. But anyway, today is the final day of our build and we have all my signs ready. So I'm super excited to show you guys that. So I don't know, you know what? What's the wait? Let's just show you right now. This is the sticker sheet sign and it's so freaking cute and I'm so happy with like these little leaf details. So basically I just like reprinted and cut out the same leaf thing over and over. I'm angling them different so that it looks a little different. And we also have our little mini print sign, which it will sit behind the wooden display like this. So again, the little leaf things will poke out and really match the aesthetic that we had on our mood board. And of course, we have these signs I picked up yesterday, which I think are super cute. And also this sign as well as the other parts of it, but they're over there and I don't feel like picking them up. And of course, yesterday you guys already saw me print out these guys and I have the other ones over there. And I also just printed out a few more of like these little dudes. So these are just more leaf cutouts just to stick all over my display, as well as these little guys. Look how cute they are. I'm obsessed with them. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put like, I'm gonna hot glue like a tiny little magnet behind here and then just like magnet them all over my display. And that's actually going to be the way that we put everything up. So I'm a big fan of magnets. These are the magnets that I use. I have little tiny ones, medium-sized one, and big boy ones. And the reason why I prefer magnets over Velcro is because I'm anticipating for this display to expand in the next month or so because I'm going to be including new types of products. And I'm not really gonna change like the heart of the layout, but things are gonna have to move around a little bit and Velcro is just a little too permanent in terms of like sticking them to the actual panels. So I just prefer magnets because it allows for a little bit more flexibility. And for the most part, we're gonna be using the guys I showed you earlier. But for like these little signs that have to stick to the wooden display, not the panel display, I'm gonna use this magnetic tape because they need to stick to each other. I'm probably not explaining that well, but you'll see the vision in just a sec. So let's get started with that and then we can finally put the whole build together. Okay, this table is really gross and I want it out of my room, so we're gonna do this as quickly as possible. Alright, this might be the tightest fit ever, but this is like the only space I have to work with in order to show you guys the build. So let's pray that this display stand does fit on top of this table. It doesn't help that this table is also tilted down this way, so my display is falling a little bit. Alright, ignore my closet, but check this out. We have essentially doubled the amount of storage space over here. And also, I know that this is just like random notebooks and washi tapes that I already have, but those are coming soon. So we expanded so much more space up here. We basically had like no table space before. And looky, everything looks so cute. And I mean, I know it's not like the grandest transformation, but to me, this is a huge change. Just like adding a little bit of personality here and here just really makes a difference to me. And also this banner, this tablecloth, I called it a banner, but it's a tablecloth. This is really making a lot of difference. Like, hold on, let me zoom out. Look, I just think everything finally looks cohesive and on brand, and it's functional. It's just so freaking functional, which I love. There's just so much space for me to play with and expand, and so I am very, very happy with this transformation. All right, and that's gonna be it for this little upgrade video, and I'm gonna be continuing this series. I'm gonna be coming out with the website one coming out very soon, and then I'm also gonna just be continuing to upgrade other parts of my business throughout the year. And if you guys want to follow along with that journey, be sure to subscribe to the channel. You want to see anything else from me, check out the description box below. It has all my socials. It has the link to Milanote if you're interested in using that tool. And yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. I'm just so happy with the way this turned out. And again, I know it's not like the biggest like transformation, but to me, it's a huge transformation for something that I have to work with all the time. I just want it to be as good as it can be, as functional as it can be, and I believe that's what we achieved today. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!